like is when I go out into the normal world, people aren't freaking out the way that they are online.
That's true.
Which is pretty cool. Like you go to the supermarket, like I feel like I'm gonna get into a fight or like I'm gonna like.
Dude, people have been so nice at this
my meat out of my hands, but everyone's just like, oh.
That's what I'm saying. We gotta get out
together mentality.
Yeah, we gotta get out there. It soothes the mind. It soothes.
Hold on. It's not that you have to get out there.
I mean, but
there's social distancing for a reason.
Practice social distancing. Be responsible. But I don't believe in needing to stay cooped up and going crazy.
I've been going on walks.
That's good.
Yeah.
Like around the house?
A ton of people on walks now.
Yeah.
People are going on walks.
But if a person comes at me, like they cross the street or I cross the street, like we like, I see you.
Weird. That has been weird. And also like going in places, people clearly don't touch things now. And they have to make it announce that they're not touching something, which is...
Oh, I know. I went to the ATM and everyone that was walking in, they were like...
Yeah.
And they were like doing that.
Are they really?
I just keep the wipes with me. Like wipes and I got like surgical gloves.
Yeah, you can wear gloves, yeah.
We're getting the cash like this.
And masks
I went to a Starbucks drive-thru, and then when they gave me my credit card back, this guy literally grabbed like the farthest end, like this. Like people really aren't trying to touch each other.
He's like...
It's crazy.
My grocery store, he just wears gloves. And he was in such a good mood. He was like, hello, how are you doing today? And I was like, wow, people are really nice on the outside.
Yeah, in real life they are.
You know who needs all the credit this time, Lo? Like, the health service deserves all the accolades right now. Because like anytime there's a crisis or like a scare or like an attack or terror attack or something like that, we always give it to like the first responders, mainly the cops and the fire department. But right now, the health services are doing their damn thing.
And grocery store workers, man.
That's true. Yeah.
Killer.
My sister is a new mother. Like one of her, my niece is like 6 months and my nephew is like a year and some change. And she has to go to work every day. Like and she was part-time. They increased her literally to every day. And like, she's terrified of bringing something home to the kids, but she has to be there because people are in need. And like, we don't think about that because we're in a completely different world, but like, man, hats off to all you guys that are in the health field. Thank you so much.
And hats off to the gun store owners. I gotta say, I was at the gun store the other day. Not kidding, I was at the gun store. There's a line of people going out the fucking door, going down the street and shit. And I finally get in there after 3 hours waiting, right? And I go up to the guy, and he's got gloves on, and he needs my ID, because you have to have an ID to buy ammo and shit. People don't fucking know this shit, but you do.
You do.
Okay, so then he's got gloves on, and I put my ID on the counter, right? And it's a glass countertop. And he's got gloves, and he's like... And like, you know, there's people, everyone's trying to get ammo and shit.
No wonder it took 3 hours.
Yeah, right? This guy couldn't fucking do it. He's doing this shit for like fucking...
Finally, he licks his hand, sticks it on the ID, and flips it over. He's like, oh, this is you.
Well, Japanese schools have been closed for a couple weeks now because of COVID. And so they will remain closed. And a couple of like elementary school kids, they were supposed to, not a couple, a lot of elementary school kids, they were supposed to graduate. And because around this time, usually school ends in March and then it begins back in April. So during this closing period, a lot of kids aren't able to graduate if they were like finishing. So these kids, they decided to create their graduation on Minecraft.
That's cute.
I know, it's so cute.
Oh damn, they recreated the whole
Wait, these are kindergartners?
Elementary school, they're calling them. I don't.
So maybe it's like between like middle school and
They're like 6th graders, 5th graders.
Yeah, and then
Is it just as boring though?
We had sixth grade and we had
like sex.
we had sex. That's it.
It's a rite of
So we had a
passage.
6th grade graduation into junior high, and then we had an 8th grade ceremony, and then I had one on. Anytime you switch schools, it was like.
Well, you know what? Now I'm thinking about it. For 5th grade, the last day of 5th grade, we did have like a big old it's a party day, and they kind of made it like a fair sort of thing. But it wasn't. Yeah.
This is probably the end of your elementary.
They made it a whole you shake hands with the principal one by one, like they say your name, everything.
That's pretty cool.
Or maybe I don't remember. I don't know.
Stood in front of everything, and I got pissed that my speech didn't get selected. But it's cool.
Wait, why would it be selected?
Oh yeah, say it now. Do you remember it?
So, it's been a long time. Friends. Yeah, no, just kidding.
But you submitted to give a speech during graduation?
Yeah.
What did you want to talk about? Do you remember?
I don't remember. I just loved talking in front of a crowd. That was my favorite thing to do ever.
Legit, are you withholding? Do you
I
remember
really
it?
feel like you remember. I really feel like you do.
I do remember a rap song that I made up when I was in like 9th grade, but
Oh.
I don't remember the speech in 6th
I'm
grade.
so glad.
Why?
Like genuinely. Well, Nikki scares me sometimes.
That's a
with her.
superpower, man. That's freaking
No,
dope.
but sometimes.
I married a crazy person.
Yeah. Sometimes it's too scary. This is actually heartening. This is good to know.
I do remember like people's names from kindergarten that like left our school and like never came.
That's okay. I mean, that's not as.
I think you could withhold
That's
that.
okay. Like first and last.
Yeah, I think that's okay. It's better than like remembering like this whole speech and then being bitter about I never got to present this. You know?
Yeah. I also, well, I mean, I ran for treasurer when I was in 7th
See who
grade.
runs for that? Who does that?
That's like the most boring one.
Well, I didn't think that I could make it for like president or vice president, so I picked one that was like smaller.
This is practical.
And I still didn't. And then they had a loser party.
That's hilarious.
And it was like to make, the principal wanted everyone to feel like better, like, hey, good for you for like running and like doing something. But it made me feel like shit.
They actually call it a loser party?
Well, no, they pulled you out of class.
Fuck you, buddy.
Can you imagine? You're like, all right, so everyone, all the losers.
No, we got pulled out of class. It wasn't even voluntary. We all got pulled out of class. So like I was in math class or whatever, and then we all got pulled into the cafeteria. And then I looked around. I'm like, this is everyone that fucking lost. I'm like, and then the principal was like, hey, good job. I just want to say, you guys, even though you didn't win the election, you still did something, and that means that.
Oh, God.
And it was like, fuck you.
That's what Walter Mondale got told
Yeah.
too, man. He lost by
Snacks
50.
it.
He lost by 49 states to Reagan.
Damn.
It's fine. Okay, no. This
Okay,
happened to me.
hold on.
This happened to
Pull
me.
up like fucking politics from
You're
50
saying
years
that
ago.
shit. Exactly. You're saying that shit about her, but then you pulled this shit up.
Thank you. Thank you.
Everyone knows that it's public fucking history. It's public history.
Public fucking history.
Okay, real quick. So I ran for ASB president, ASB vice president.
Do you remember your speech?
Yeah, I actually do. No, because you know what happened?
Say it.
No, because
Say it.
no,
Say
because
it.
the
Here,
chick.
Bart. Here,
No, so we showed up on the day of, and we went to the AV club, right? And then we're supposed to give our speech to the AV club, and this chick shows up with costumes and shit, and I'm like, what the fuck is she doing? And I watched her do her speech, and she like dresses up like a genie, and she does like snap things, and then she
Wow,
has them
that's
stop
creative as
and
fuck.
start, and so basically she's like, hey, I'm Hillary, and like whatever you want is your wish. Is my command, and then she like dressed herself this certain way, and then I saw this shit, and I adjusted my speech, and I was like, hey, like I know what you guys saw, like was like a bunch of hocus pocus, and like, but what I promise you is that I like, yeah, what you just saw, you know, that's a bunch of wishes, but what I will give you is your true dreams come true. And I lost so hard. So what you think's gonna happen is like what happens in movies, right? Where like you tell the truth and all this shit, and then everyone's like, yeah, she's full of shit. But then the vice principal pulls me into her office, and she's like, Mr. Green, I just want you to know that like it's okay because you lost by like a significant margin.
Why would she say that?
She said that! A significant margin. I'll never forget that.
Why?
part.
How does that make it okay?
It makes it okay because she's letting me know.
Like it wasn't even close.
You never had a
It
chance.
wasn't even close.
You didn't have a chance.
You don't have to sweat it, brother. Yeah, you lost hard.
There was nothing you could do to save this.
There's no loser party. They're like, why would we finance a loser party? Basically. Yeah,
Damn.
but that's what my speech was.
Oh my
Essentially.
gosh,
It was very hard.
that's so funny.
I never forgot it. And I remember the name, first name and last name of this person. And
The girl that
You
won?
searched her?
I hope horrible things happen to her. I really do.
Stupid.
I do.
Actually, with that kind
she's
of
chicanery.
creativity at 7th grade, I'm kind of curious what she did with it.
Well, you know what? Never heard of her, and I heard of Steve Green since then. I'll tell you that.
You heard of Steve Green? That's crazy.
Well, I have. That's something.
That's fucking nuts.
Never heard of this Hillary chick.
What was her last name? Yeah, this.
Hey, what? This is the 90s, man.
No, I'm just saying.
11 years
It would just
old.
be funny as fuck if you were just like, this Hillary bitch married this dude named Bill. I don't fucking know.
Hey, there is. Hey, you know who Rick Lazio is?
Fuck if I know.
He ran for Senate in New York. He feels that way about Hillary
How do you know
Clinton.
so much New York politics?
What the fuck is your problem?
Rick Lazio. Come on, everybody knows Rick
Rick
Lazio.
Lazio. You don't know Rick Lazio?
Sometimes I feel like you could just make up names and I'd be like,
No, he ran for Senate in New York and he
What
lost.
year?
He lost to Hillary Clinton. It was 2000.
and why do we care?
No, I'm just
Why do we care?
just relating it to my high school experience.
Oh.
Damn it, he was right.
I know.
2000. Year 2000, New York Senate.
Senate.
I just love how you use such relatable analogies all the time.
How do you remember the losers?
Did you learn this stuff in the year 2000, or you read now and?
I read all this shit. I know all
How do you
this. I
keep
know.
this
I read
information in your brain
I love
and you file it out?
because
And
it's
you
interesting.
Thank you.
It's storylines. I love stories. So
Yeah.
I'm paying attention to stories. That's all.
She can't remember her own life stories?
No, that's weird.
Not allowed. It's weird.
I'm following public stories, not fucking personal shit. That's
Yeah,
weird.
and you remember every football stat ever.
And you call her autistic?
Yeah, I say she's on the spectrum, but yeah.
He says it nicer,
I do. I say that.
but he does say it.
What about football stat?
You remember every single football stat or every year that every team won or ever, but then I'm weird because I remember Eminem lyrics.
This is why we're together though, because I'm less overt.
weird.
You're more overt.
We both like go ha ha, you did this thing, and then we both do the same thing.
That's tight. That's awesome.
It's cute as
You guys cheat on your partners with food?
Oh my god, I heard about this.
Absolutely.
Of course.
How does that work?
You sit in the car and you enjoy your shit before you go home.
You do that out?
Absolutely.
Then they don't know that you went there and didn't ask them if they wanted anything.
Is that what cheating for food is?
Yep.
That could be interpreted that way.
Yep.
Like you know they like it, and then so you just get it, but then you don't want to share, so you just order yourself.
Or you're on a diet, and I'm like, fuck, man, he's on a diet. I'm gonna feel fucking judged. Shit, I'm gonna just eat this hamburger, and then when we talk about food, I'm gonna be like, oh,
Would
yeah,
you know
I
I
had a
never
salad.
judge you on food, and you could eat whatever you want.
Don't take it personally. I'm just giving
I
you
am
the
taking it
example.
personally because I told you that so many times before.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing, though. For me, sometimes it's like I'm just hungry, and I'm gonna get this before I go home because I know if I go home and she's hungry, and if I ask her what she wants, she doesn't know.
Right.
So then we got to spend 30, 45 minutes on me throwing up options and her denying and shit.
You have to pitch it.
How about In-N-Out? No. How about McDonald's? No. How about that? No.
She's a good spiker. Do you play volleyball?
They all are. They all are.
Then you say, okay, well, what do you want? Well, I don't know. How do you not know? I gave you 30 options. You shot all that shit down.
Hey, it's not my problem, it's your problem.
It absolutely is my problem. But guess what? This is why I fucking eat in the car.
Tahir, there's no default. You and your wife like one thing, and it's pretty easy. Like me and my wife love Thai food, so it's like, you want Thai food? And she's like, yeah.
Yeah, well, my default will always be pizza. I can always fucking go for pizza. My wife doesn't like it, and if she does like pizza,
She doesn't
it's
like pizza?
She likes Papa John's. It's like
That's pizza. What the fuck are you
that's
talking
the
about?
fucking blandest pizza ever.
Papa John's is fucking gourmet pizza.
No, it's not, man.
But they got the sauce, the garlic
Yes,
sauce.
they give you pepperoncinis.
Better ingredient is blender pizza. There's no seasoning in. You know what?
That's the top echelon.
Papa John's is the whitest pizza you can go.
That's the whitest pizza?
It's the whitest.
Call me white.
There is no flavor, no seasoning in a. Look,
How are you?
Any Papa John's seasoning? I mean, kitchen. There's no oregano. There's no there's no nothing.
You can put it on.
Bland ass pizza. It should come seasoned, Joe.
What are the races of the pizza then?
There's
The
Italian.
Mexican, and which one's the black, and which one's
Italian.
Okay.
Okay.
Who's the Italian?
I will have you know,
Who's the Italian?
Yeah.
I think you know.
as a white
Yeah, well, guess what? You won't find out on my account.
Tahir, as a representative of the white race right now,
Yes.
I would like to say that California Pizza Kitchen is actually the white pizza.
That is a
agree.
white.
No.
So you can
CPK.
They got cauliflower crust.
out of here, bro.
It's the whitest shit in the world.
It's the most.
Fucking ignorance out of here, bro.
CPK is the most
didn't even break it
gentrified pizza. That's the most gentrified.
Pretty white though.
That no, but his okay. So
Broccoli on a fucking pizza.
this is what I mean by this. This is what white is like would be to like. All right, that's like saying. All right, a white person gonna open a chicken spot in any neighborhood, right?
Okay.
You would not expect it to be seasoned well, right?
Wait, why? You ever had Louisiana chicken?
Because I've been in my white friends' apartments and there are no seasoning. You know what they call seasoning?
Salt.
Mayonnaise. Salt.
Whoa, those people.
That's it. Just mayonnaise and salt. You won't find no Lorry's there. You won't find any seasoned salt. You won't find any lemon.
I disavow them.
You won't find fresh cracked black pepper.
You heard of Old Bay?
Yes, I've heard of Old Bay.
Oh, white people love Old Bay.
White people like going to Old Bays.
No, white people like Old Bay seasoning as well.
Only on like chowder.
I will say we do do like
But
all
isn't
day.
there a difference between Southern white and like West Coast white?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
West Coast white like they like to eat like spinach.
Yeah.
Yes.
And broccoli on pizza.
That's it. Yeah.
Spinach broccoli pizza.
Back to my description. So if a white person opened a chicken spot in any neighborhood,
Yeah.
right, I wouldn't. It would be white chicken.
Boston Market.
But
Boston Market.
which is delicious. I'm not gonna front on it. But,
It's good chicken.
nah, I love it.
KFC's good chicken too.
But if a white person opened a chicken spot in like the blackest part of Oakland.
Oh, they're going under.
And they're just like, yeah, we're gonna open the chicken spot, and then we're gonna also open up the Starbucks right here. That would be a gentrified restaurant. They are trying to gentrify that area, and that's what CPK is.
The Colonel has some stuff in
We've been
it.
fucking with the Colonel for a long time.
Right, that's the white guy.
Player, you see the suit he wearing? That's a linen suit. He a player from the Himalayas. We be like, oh yeah, we fuck with the Colonel.
You guys drafted the Colonel? I didn't know.
Oh, we fuck with the Colonel heavy.
I didn't know.
We fuck with the
No, I
Colonel.
lost the Colonel. I didn't know we didn't have him.
You didn't have the Colonel. He from the South. Come on, where you from? Originally?
I'm from Indiana, Virginia.
Oh, fuck nah, you ain't have the Colonel. What, did y'all even have KFC up there?
Yeah, of course, yeah. We had Dairy Queens, man. We
Exactly, yeah, Dairy Queen. You went to Dairy Queen for your chicken. That says a lot about where you're from.
No, we went to Dairy Queen for their sandwiches.
Says a lot about where you're from. Nobody's ever like, oh, fuck, I got a hankering for a burger from Dairy Queen. Said no one ever.
I said sandwiches.
Well, that includes burgers
I like
too.
the fries at Dairy Queen.